Hello, so I've got a topic in mind. I don't know how I'm going to start off or anything like that, but I think I'm just going to go for it. Okay, proposition. I think it's important not to think that you know more than you do, or not to try and portray yourself as perhaps arrogant or anything like that. But something that I'll sometimes get stuck up on is I'll actually hold back the knowledge that I have, or hold back the things that I feel I know, because I don't want to be perceived as arrogant. And I think that's a problem I have, and because I have the potential to, I guess, reach something higher than I've been able to reach, because I've been holding myself back due to this belief that perhaps I'm not as smart as I am and I'm just arrogant. But I'm not just arrogant. Like, I do have some things to say of validity, and even though I'm just 18 years old, that doesn't mean necessarily that all of my belief systems and ideologies, or whatever you want to call them, are just founded on pure, I forgot the word I was going to use, naivety. That's the one. Like, because there seems to be this stigma that if you're young, you're just naive, you don't know anything about the world, you haven't had any experience. But that's not true, because I feel like I've had experience of the world, and it may not be as much as other people, but like, then again, I've dabbled in psychedelics, and that's something that some people don't ever do, and I feel like that's one of the most influential experiences you can ever go through, in both good and bad terms and bad ways. Like, it shows you so much more than just this reality, and you can go your whole life barely even leaving your comfort zone, and you'll probably be more naive than some of the people out there, because all you've done is you've sat around sticking to what you know. So I'm someone who likes to perhaps, I like to learn new things, I like to gain new knowledge, I like philosophy, I like studying philosophy, and I don't know. The reason I'm like actually talking about this is because I doubt my intelligence a lot. I tend to put myself down. I'm like, oh, well, everyone else is smarter than me. But we did an essay in philosophy the other last week or something, and I literally only put in about an hour's revision. I ended up getting an A on it, and it was probably my best essay I ever wrote in philosophy. And I know it's just a grade, but it means a lot to me, because it's an essay that I sat down and I just knew, like, I felt like the stuff we were writing about, it was the philosophy of language. And I know I made a few videos talking about ideas um, surrounding that topic, and because I have an interest in it, and because I had that interest, it was like the knowledge just stayed. I didn't have to try and necessarily remember it all. It's like, okay, I'm interested in that, I'm interested in that, I'm interested in that. So it was just like a matter of finding the subtitles of all the different paragraphs I wanted to write, and then getting that structure in order. Once I had the structure, I already had all the information in here, because I'd been interested in it in the lesson. So I was thinking about it in my head. I was going back and forth with arguments for and against, and I was able to translate that into a good grade, into a good essay, and my teacher was proud of me, and I was pretty proud of myself. And also I managed to pull a B in sociology as well, and I did quite a lot of revision for that. But I knew that I didn't do as well in actually writing the exam, because I completely lost focus at one point. I didn't have time to finish it, and yeah. But when I was doing the philosophy essay, it was like non-stop writing for about five sides of paper, and I fucking love it when I feel like that. When I get into those moods where I can just sit and write, and it's like I don't have to sit and think about it. I'm like, oh, am I doing this right? It just goes. It just goes out of my head onto the paper, and it's a mindset. And if I can get into that mindset, if I can somehow hack my brain to get into that mindset on the day of my proper A-level exams in June or May, then I think I'm going to be sorted. Because a lot of it for me, it isn't necessarily the knowledge, it isn't necessarily the lack of understanding. It's the way I feel, it's the way I talk to myself about it, it's the way I put myself down when I'm faced with an exam and I start doubting myself. And obviously when you're doubting yourself, but like I've got on my wall up there, belief is absolutely the most important part, and that's completely true, because if you don't believe you can do something, you can't do it. If you can get that belief into your head that you can do it, then you can do it, and that's it. And obviously there is an I guess an IQ side or an intelligence side, but that's only a small portion of it. If you have the highest IQ in the world but you don't believe you can do something, you won't do it. I feel like I'm being a little bit OTT. I'm probably not. It's okay. I don't feel like I'm being OTT. Okay, I hope this was a little bit influential in any way whatsoever. I hope someone's took something from it and is able to perhaps derive some positive meaning. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.